Right. Now we go on to thank you, York members. As there are no issues, can we therefore agree on all sets of minutes? Do I have a proposer and a seconder? Yeah.
Chair, I've proposed.
Your second, right. Thank you. Got that. Okay. Right. Item 4, revised employment policies. Can I ask Mandy Pullen to open and Lisa Brightly to present the report?
Thank you, Chair. And good afternoon, members of the Employment Committee. So this afternoon before you, you've got a new policy that we've brought, which is a respect at work policy. Lisa's going to talk you through why we felt the need to split it out of our other policies, and also, subject to it being approved, what is further work would be planned, and also the impact on some other policies, which also we've brought along as well, because there is a small impact in doing so. Thank you, Lisa.
All right. It's your turn now.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you, Mandy. Yes, I'd like to talk about the Respect at Work policy and guidelines. Previously, all aspects of bullying and harassment were dealt with as grievances under the grievance policy. We've engaged with managers and our union representatives, and we recognise that further focus is required regarding this important subject. It was decided that to raise the profile of respect at work, it should be set out in a separate policy. This new document outlines the Council's approach to bullying and harassment in the workplace and in any work-related setting outside of the workplace, such as business trips and work-related social events. In addition, we know that work-related social events do sometimes spill over and people may split off and go off and do other things. So we've also covered these as well. So other actions outside of work that are also covered are sending unacceptable message by phone, text or email, and also posting inappropriate content about an employee on the internet or any other social media platform. So this policy covers disrespectful behaviour of and by managers, by employees, contractors, agency staff and anyone else engaged to work at the council, whether by direct contract with the council or otherwise. So it's quite a wide-ranging policy that applies to a lot of different people as well, whether they're employees or not. The procedure outlines the process for members of staff who believe that they have experienced unacceptable behaviour, such as bullying or harassment, to raise a complaint either informally or formally. Also, for those that witness unacceptable behaviour, guidance is given on how to stop this behaviour. And for those who are accused of unacceptable behaviour, it also gives some guidelines as to how they might approach someone who has actually said to them, your behaviour is unacceptable to me. We appreciate that sometimes that can be an unconscious thing and not actually intended, but it's important to make sure that people realise it's not the intent, it's how it's been received. As Mandy alluded to, the subject to the policy being approved, this will be further built on by drafting a campaign plan, a communication campaign plan, to keep this at the forefront of employees' minds and embed the policy as well. We'll be working with our comms team in order to make sure that goes out. Mandy also said that we do have some slight impact on two other policies. So the grievance policy, that was just to remove all reference to bullying and harassment within that policy, and then to direct the reader to the Respect at Work policy. And also the equality and diversity policy, again, just making mention to direct the reader to the Respect at Work policy instead of the grievance policy if they did have, if they had been felt any unacceptable behaviour. So, Chair, that finishes my proposal for this.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Lisa. We then go on to, are there any comments or questions from members? No. I'm glad you're here.
I just think it'd be a shame if we didn't. I'm glad we've got this. We shouldn't have to have it, but I can understand, you know, the reasons why we've got it. I'm just looking through. Can you tell me a bit more about this employee assistance program? Is it part of the council? Is it an independent? Or you mention it, and then I've never heard of it. So if you can just sort of give me a bit of background on that, and how is it open to managers, staff? Who's it for?
Yeah, the employee assistance programme is open to all members of staff, so managers to all levels of staff. It's a confidential helpline that staff members can call should they have any problems, whether they be mental health or financial assistance they might need help with, and it also applies to their families as well. It does include counselling sessions as well, up to 6 sessions initially for counselling. And then obviously we would then go to our occupational health for further assistance with that, should it be required. But as I say, it's completely confidential, so employees can go to that for help and assistance without coming through us first.
Chair, if I can just... Oh, go on.
Sorry, I was just going to add that it's procured through an independent organisation called Health Assured, that we procure that service through. Yeah.
You answered my next question.
All right then. Right. The recommendations are to approve the following: the new Respect at Work policy and procedure, the revised grievance policy and procedure, and the revised equality and diversity policy. Is this agreed? Yes. That's all right then. Right. Thank you all members. That brings the meeting to a close. Is that correct? Thank you. Thank you very much.